Hey, Margaret. Hi. I know that, I have so many followers. I do. I really do. But I was just wondering if I wanted to get more, how would you suggest I do that? I'm just asking for a friend because I obviously don't need it, but... Hi, guys. I'm Sarah Starr, and this is a news show where we tell you what news is important and what news isn't. You're welcome. Like the ship that blocked the Suez Canal this week. That isn't important. Here it is. I have a question. How do you mess that up? I'm no ship's captain, but I know that it can't be hard to just hold the wheel straight. The Suez Canal is not the Tour de France. It has 2, maybe 3 turns, and they're not even turns. They're more like curves. I mean, was this the captain's first day on the job? And he was like, here it comes, oh, the moment of truth. It's my time to shine, the moment I've been waiting for my whole life. And then he jerks the wheel sideways in a moment of self-sabotage. And all the news networks were like, let's cover it. I don't see an iceberg here. All it did was keep people from getting their Ikea furniture, and it halted global commerce because all the ships in the world were waiting to get through. So basically, it was responsible for losing $10 billion a day. But other than that, who cares? Seriously, the ship was full of Ikea furniture. And you know what? Good! I'm glad that Ikea Ship got stuck, because do you know how many extra dowel pins and tiny nails are in my kitchen's junk drawer? And don't even get me started on Allen wrenches. Who the fuck is Allen anyway? They should just hand you one when you walk into Ikea. Just like they should hand you a shotgun so you can blow your face off when you can't find your way out. You know, this is all very poetic because when I'm in Ikea, I feel lost and abandoned in an abyss of basicness. But this time, instead of us getting stuck, Ikea got stuck, and that serves them right. Oh, this is kind of important. Do you remember the January 6th riot at the Capitol? Well, here's what Donald Trump had to say about the rioters on Fox News.
It was a zero threat. Right from the start, it was zero threat. Look, they went in. They shouldn't have done it. Some of them went in and they're hugging and kissing the police and the guards. You know, they had great relationships.
So true. It was a riot of love. I think there was a wedding there too that day. And if I remember correctly, the rioters treated the police to a pancake breakfast. Here's some footage.
Don't try to use that shit on me. I'm not.
Is hugging and kissing code for squish a person to death? Because if so, I would so love to hug and kiss the person who cut me off in traffic on the way to this significantly large studio. And in this week's segment of Oh Snap! Florida Republican Representative Matt Gaetz, seen here with his forehead. I'm not body shaming, but that forehead is flatter than the earth. You know what I mean? Gaetz is under investigation for possible sexual relations with a 17-year-old girl. And, it looks like he traveled with her across state lines, which would violate federal sex trafficking laws. You know, because of her age, and that comes with a very long prison sentence. Looks like someone's gonna have to learn how to traffic some soap in their butthole. Or wait a minute, their forehead. We're on day 2 of the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who was recorded killing George Floyd. This is crazy. Only in America can we watch from multiple angles a police officer murder someone in broad daylight and then watch the trial live on YouTube on whether or not he murdered someone. I mean, yes, due process, but come on! How is this trial not over yet? The jury could just walk into the courtroom, the prosecution rolls the clip, and then the jury says, "Guilty!" The end. And come on, live streamed on YouTube? When the judge comes out, does the bailiff say, "All rise for the Honorable Judge Peter Cahill, and be sure to subscribe and smash that like button. Leave a comment on whether or not you think he's guilty." Now let's get right into this trial. Okay, literally as long as it just took me to say that segment is how long the entire trial should take. And finally, the governor of Georgia, Kemp, signed a bill restricting voting rights that will affect Georgia's largest counties, which are mostly Democratic and with large minority populations. Not only does the new law stop out of precinct voting until 5 p.m., which is obviously when people get out of work, mostly, it gets rid of mobile polling stations and limits access to drop boxes. And that's just the beginning. The piece de resistance is it also makes a crime, and I am not joking, this law makes it a crime to hand out water to someone waiting in line to vote. And get this, he signed the bill, wait for it, in front of a painting of a former plantation. This photo op sent out mixed signals because even on the plantation, slave owners gave out water. You know, let Trump tell it, and the slaves were probably...
They're hugging and kissing the police and the guards. You know, they had great relationships.
I'm Sarah Starr. Thank you for watching. You rock, but not as much as me. Bye. Margaret, hi. So I did what you told me. I told my friend what you told me to tell her, and she got one more follower, so thank you. I'm so awesome.
Exact same thing, except that they didn't say butthole funny, like butthole.
Okay. Bo.
Almost like you're excited, like getting
Your butthole.